Alright guys, so as promised, we are back in the M3 garage to discuss the VForce John ECU tuning. We've been away for a couple weeks. Len's been busy redoing the house completely, pretty much from top to bottom.
I'm tired.
Siding guys are here, so now we've got a little bit of time. I've been busy back to work since the COVID thing, so we finally got a chance to get on this. So we're going to go through the whole process about VForce John. We get a lot of questions on it, how to get a hold of them, you know, how to send in your ECU and so on and so forth. So the first thing you do, you got your website, or at the bottom of the video, I'm going to put the link to how to get a hold of him, his email and his shop number. Just call him up. He's a really, really nice guy. He'll ask you all the different things you've done to your machine. He's got over 40 tunes, depending on the exhaust you've chosen, stock, everything. He also can do some dual maps on the high and low on the switch. You have to talk to him about that though. But everything from octanes to you know, what type of riding you're going to do in tires, he's got it all. So the first thing you do is you're going to come in and behind your seat here, and you guys, mostly you know this.
Tell them about the California model and the...
So behind the seat, you're going to pull the 4 bolts off of this little panel here. Well, I'll get you a little shot. We got a nice little light now that brightens everything up.
Yep.
So we're going to
4
take
wing
the
nuts.
4 screws out, and then the ECU is going to be sitting in a sleeve like this. You're just going to bend the little metal tab down, slide it out nice and easy, and you're going to have these 2 rocker connectors here. We're just going to go ahead and put it right back in. So you're just going to do a reverse of this.
You have to depress, there's a little tab when they're closed. It's like in the middle here. You have to push that down, and then they'll open.
Yep. And we got a phone call, of course.
We're busy people.
We're doing stuff. So, like I said, these are like they rock in and lock down. So you're going to open those up, you're going to separate this, and you're going to ship it to John. What he asks that you do is maybe put some tape around and cover these up, because if you pack it with packing peanuts or something else, you might get something jabbed in there during shipping, and he's seen them where he's had to spend a bunch of time bending your pins back straight. So please take care so he doesn't have to do that.
Definitely.
Tape them up, wrap them in some cardboard and maybe some bubble wrap and stuff, and then ship them to him just the post office. You can either overnight it or do the 3-day. He kind of likes the signature thing, so everybody's covered on that aspect. I overnighted mine. I got it back. He got it the next day, tuned it, had it right back in the mail to me, and I got it like 3 days later. Len, we just did standard mail, and I think it was like a total 1-week turnaround. So you can't ask for any better than that.
No.
So once you get it back, California models. A lot of people are asking about that. You can look it up by the suffix on your thing. It's like a KLF or a KLH, but the easiest way to look at it is these last 2 digits here. If you have a 83, it's a California model. If you have an 82, you're good to go. John currently, because he can't get his hands on California models enough to do the kind of research and making sure that he's not going to screw up your machine, he's not comfortable with doing it. Until he can get his hands on more Cali models, he's going to pause on this. Not saying he won't get a tune for you guys in the future, but you know, we'll see. So once you get it back, you're going to have some numbers on here from him to keep track of your stock files, and you're just going to go ahead and nice and easily, there it goes, slip this back in. You're going to see that rocker start to move. Go ahead and click it in.
Okay, well, show them that little pin, because they're a little difficult if you don't know to push that center pin down.
Where's it at again?
It's right here. Depress this, or if you don't depress this middle here, this won't rock back.
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that.
So when they're closed, yeah.
Okay, so you press...
You press the center, yeah.
Huh. You sure?
Or, wait, no, I'm wrong. This little, I'm sorry. This little tab right here.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I screwed up. Yeah, this little tab, you gotta pull, see how that one clicks?
Yep. So once you pull that back, then you use this to separate it from the ECU.
Yeah,
don't tug on it. So same thing when you go, as soon as you see it start to engage, use that.
Yep.
Same thing with the other one. Nice and easy, guys. Remember, if you mess this up, ECUs are back ordered. So now you're good to go. We're gonna go ahead. There's a little rubber pouch here. Make sure.
Shipley on it. I'm not too comfortable with that. It's going to slow my machine down.
Well, Shipley stands for M3 outfit. So you're going to slide it in. Make sure this little rubber booty's over like this. This little metal job goes back in there, just like it was stock. So we didn't show you guys this. All you do, put your finger in there, bend it down. You can take the 4 bolts out and pull the whole tray out, but it's really not needed.
Don't do that.
So that's that. We got the cover. This goes right back on as you found it, guys. It's these little wing nuts. If you didn't already get back in here and kind of snoop around in your machine.
Sometimes those, they're in like a rubber grommet.
Oh yeah, yours was.
Sometimes they'll spin a little bit, but you can reach in the wheel well and grab it.
Yep. Just grab it with what, a pair of pliers or something?
Yeah, you just do it with your fingers probably.
Nice.
I mean, if you got long enough arms to reach around, I got ape arms, so I can do it. But yeah, just clamp of vice grips or something on there.
I think it was this one right here that was giving us problems down there.
Yeah, they spin a little bit. But
we'll get back to that. So
not a biggie.
So once you get yourself dialed in there, guys, step 2, depending on what you want to do, you can go ahead and just put whatever octane you want in your machine, fire it up, and you're going to have to let it go through a training period, and we'll get to that, because for Lynn, we're going to show you guys how to core the cat out. So it's a really inexpensive way to get yourself the flow that you need without going and spending a bunch of money on an exhaust. I do recommend the Empire dual exhaust. That's what John recommends, and we're going to get to that soon. We're just trying to go through all these stages with you guys, phase by phase. And as promised, we will eventually go supercharger or turbocharger too, guys. This is all in our works of our long-term commitment to you guys in the KRX.
And Kawasaki.
And Kawasaki.
So Kawai, if you're watching, we really want to be involved.
Yes, we have heard rumor that there is going to be a 4-seater next year or later this year, and definitely going to be some kind of turbo option from the factory, guys. So that is coming.
It's a rumor from somebody else, not us.
Exactly. So what our whole plan here is to show you all the different steps from stock KRX all the way up to the big turbo, dogs that we're going to get to eventually. So next thing is, we're going to pause for a minute. We're going to pull this cat out. It's super easy, and we'll show you how to core it. All right. So with the this whole coring of the cat deal, it's right up front, so it's super easy to get to. So to pull this off, you got click a little light on here. We got this little bolt here we're going to pull, which is a 12, another 12 here, another 12 there. That pulls these little cups off. But I recommend going ahead and pulling these 4 nuts off real fast. These are also 12s. That way when you do this, you can just slide the unit out. It is kind of heavy, so it's best to do the fronts first.
It's going to be easier than the X3.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think we're going to have to pound the crap out of it.
I do these ones first, remember, like I was saying. Or pull one off, and then...
That's probably right. All right.
Hand like this so I can see this. All right, guys, so when we get to this point, your heat shield kind of stops you with, I think, 2 of the nuts. So just take them as far as you can. Leave them like one thread on, and then when you loosen up the backs and you slide it forward, then you can take them off. You just got to remember when you put it back on to do the same thing in reverse. So we'll show you guys that. All right, guys, so I want to put the camera down here for a minute so I can give Glenn a hand. This is quite heavy, so he's going to go ahead and pull these 2 sets of 12s off.
Captured, wonderful.
Yes, no holding behind. Yeah.
Love captured stuff.
You can now see how you can just slide these right off. They're rubber like that. Now, so I slid this back just slightly. We dropped one already. Now this one, I'm just going to continue taking it off. And then I'm going to kind of hand this to Lynn out the back side here.
Oh yeah, she's
good.
That's not bad.
I'm going to pick you guys back up and show you what we got going on here.
You see?
So as you guys can see, it's right here at the top, about finger depth down there, and it's about this thick. So what I do is I have one of these 1-inch Silver and Deming drills here, and I punch right through the center with it, nice and easy. That's usually what I would call good. The KRX likes a little bit of back pressure, but if you want, we'll show you how to slice a little bit more out of it with our patented coring tool. We'll leave it up to Len if you want to do that. If not, this is more than adequate to get her breathing. So we're going to get you set up. We'll show you how that's done.
Ready?
All right.
Yeah,
so it takes a little... Yeah, you definitely got to get on her. We might have to get another solid.
No, my elbow didn't hurt enough already. Yeah, we gotta take the whole thing out now. Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
That's thicker than X3's.
So you see guys, now we got all the way through there. Now we're gonna go at it with our patented coring tool a little bit. So the drill pushed a little bit off center. I guess that is what it is. So we're just going to go ahead and push the rest of this out. Yeah. All right, guys. So as you can see, just a little bit of hand work. We got the cat cord, and it dead ends just past it on another wall before it goes off into the muffler.
Wasn't bad.
No, not bad at all. Much easier than our X3 experiences. So we're gonna do something that nobody else has really done before. I kind of was joking around, but Lynn's like, screw it, let's do it. So we're gonna fire this baby up without the muffler on it. We're gonna see what it sounds like.
Do it. And this is the first fire up after.
Yeah, this is the first fire, so it's gonna sound kind of rough because it's on the new ECU tune.
We're camming it out, man.
Sick. All right.
That's bad.
So, sounds great. I can only imagine.
Gnarly, man.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that sounds like with a straight pipe on. So, all right. So we're gonna get back at it. I showed you guys its cord. We're just gonna go ahead and reinstall it. We'll go through this startup process and show you kind of how you have to run the tune and all that jazz to learn the engine. So we're gonna go ahead and throw it back on.
The easiest way to do it is focus on this one right here first.
Guys, get your pin on the inside. Lynn's just going to barely get it started in there so I can get these two nuts going again.
If you don't take the heat shield off, I mean...
Yeah, there's really no need to take the heat shield off. But see, now Lynn's going to bring it in a little bit more. Oh, now pull it back. There you go. Nope, back. Pull it towards me. Right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and...
Or you take the heat shield off if you want. That's not a big deal.
No.
A few extra bolts.
Alright, so I got them in.
It was cool zone.
Yeah, it was. Alright, so is that the right one?
Looks like it.
Let's see if it goes. How come we're not there then?
No, that's not.
No, we're using the wrong. No, that's the right. I think we might have them.
Yeah, they're not the right position. Not the right position.
Yeah, it's more like it right
There we go.
Yes.
Oh, elbow's so sore.
I got your weight wise.
Yeah. Complaining about it earlier. I'm a whiner.
All right here.
I'm a millennial. Sorry. All you millennials.
All right, got you there.
Yeah. These two on first. Right. Come on now.
And then I don't tighten those up until I bring my flange nuts tight, guys, just so you're not, fighting where
Kind of won't matter because there's so much slop in there. But
yeah.
best to just keep it all loosened up. Some WD-40 would help too.
Oh, no, don't strip it.
Whoops. That's how I do, man.
Yeah, so Lynn's gonna button them up. We're gonna button these up afterwards. get her on the ground, and then we'll fire up, and we'll kind of discuss how the engine needs to go through its learning process, guys. So we'll be back at you guys. One last thing I almost forgot. John does recommend, if you're going to get some of the spicier tunes,
I gotta get these.
to go ahead and pull the spark arrestor out of here too, because I mean, you wouldn't think so, but honestly, that screen will, you know, restrict your flow. So Lynn's getting, I think it's a 12. Yeah, sorry, I just put that stinking thing away.
It's smaller than a 12, but
10. It's a 10. Sorry, guys. So 10 and 12 is for everything else on the exhaust. The ever elusive 10.
Oh my gosh.
It's everybody's garage, everywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, I used to buy them by the gross when because that's all GM use.
Oh, guys, the thing just dropped down.
What?
You just went for a ride, I guess.
Hell yeah.
So it could be a little saucy because it gets hot, but once you pop it free, like Glenn said, little WDs will help too.
You always will go on a ride with M3.
Yes, well, absolutely. Always cutting edge stuff here.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the KRX. Hopefully we can keep it that way. All right, so just a little silly sock. Looks like you got some kind of something in there.
What is that?
I don't know. It looks like some sort of packing of some
Oh, my
sort.
engine's bad. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
What the hell is
You lost the old fabric main seal.
it? Must just be a packing.
Must be. Interesting.
I'm gonna put this in
So yeah, put that in your glove box, guys, in
Yeah.
case you do go somewhere that mandates the need for a spark arrestor. I think you can still get away with it because this is a multi-stage can. You definitely can get away with it if you leave the cat in there because you're not going to get a spark past that.
put your bolt
Yes.
back in here so you don't lose it.
Absolutely,
kids.
guys. That's Len's tip for the day.
My tip.
All right, so that wraps it up, guys. We already put in our 95 octane fuel. If you're curious how to do that, if you can't get 95 Super 95 from Shell or anything like that, you can take 93 octane and 110 octane. The ratio is 1 to 7.5. So you can get 8.5 gallons worth of 95 octane by mixing 1 gallon of 110 and 7.5 gallons of 93. So that keeps it relatively cheap. You're only having to spend expensive money on 1 gallon. And the KRX still does really great on gas mileage, even with this tune, so you're good to go. The other thing you got, if you do the dual map, you get yourself into a pinch, is you can go ahead and switch, on your dash to the low and run the 93 octane tune. He also, if you request it, it actually turns down the throttle response too, so when you're going through the whoops, you're not getting jerked around as much. It kind of helps with that. So you do have that option. And if you don't have 93 in your area, or 95 in your area, and don't want to mess with mixing, he's got tons of 93 tunes too, guys. So I'm gonna stop talking now. We got everything done. We're gonna have Lynn go ahead and fire this baby up.
Well, the other thing we want to do too is probably the next video, if we don't do the UTV Unleash video first, we're going to do a suspension scrub. We're going to actually show you, take the shock off, we're going to run the suspension through it. Show you how the scrub is like zero.
We're gonna pull it right off. We might even lay some rulers out and stuff, guys, so we can actually show you.
Explain to you how good the suspension is.
Shock therapy, we're not trying to steal their content. They had a lot of great stuff there, but it was all on the board, and we just kind of maybe want to take it a step further. So in case you guys were wondering what they meant by all that, we're going to put it right out in front of you so you can see it live as we actuate through it.
Scrub. That design, that was well thought out. That wasn't just, it just happened.
Yep.
So,
KRX, Kawasaki definitely put their best people on this one. So we're going to go ahead and have Lynn fire this baby up. It will run kind of rough. We did start it and idle was good, but when you need to take it out, run about 20-25 miles with it, and you'll see it. It's really kind of a neat experience. It'll slowly start to clean itself up. It'll get rid of the sputtering. It'll stop kind of popping on the backfire. Next thing you know, the thing runs like a champion. But that's not VForce John's fault. That's all due to the intelligent, adaptive ECU that KRX is running. So that's all normal, and it will clear up. So we're going to get it off the lift, and then we're going to go right to startup.
I miss my baby.
How much gas did we get in there? Oh, sweet. She's full. So you got a whole bunch of fun. All right, so not really technically the first fire up because we did one without the cat on. Yeah. But this is the first with the exhaust cord. So we're going to go ahead and let it run and learn itself. He's going to go do some RPMs, while it's sitting here. And hopefully you guys can get an idea of how it runs a little rough and how it'll clean up. Go ahead, hit her, Ryan. Does get a little bit deeper with the cat out, which sounds nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's the RPMs are right normal range like yours when you had that air leak. Or that,
Yeah, it should be 1250 plus or minus 50 in neutral. So 1300 is not bad. Mine was up at 1700, remember, and I had to relearn. So I'm kind of glad he brought that up, guys. Sometimes you will have to let your throttle, because it's drive-by-wire, relearn where idle position is, so it might have a high idle. I talked with John about it. He said, really, I was one of the first ones that he saw, but I literally just kind of played with it, let it run for a little bit, and it relearned, and we were good to go.
As we're sitting here, it's coming down from 13s, 1250 to 12. So now it's jumping from 14 down to 12. So it's learning, it's working.
So the biggest thing is what you don't want, guys, is if it is up in the 1600s, you're going to have that wet clutch engaging, and you're going to be popping in and out of gear. It's going to be really hard to shift, so you don't want to do that. If you are going through that process, make sure you turn the machine off, shift, turn it back on, because you don't want to put some damage into your... yeah, see, he's good to go. His was fine, and that's what John's been seeing across the board other than mine. Mine actually had a slight air bypass going on one of the brass... it's got a fine throttle tuning on the actual throttle by itself. I had a slight air leak. So other than that, we're good to go. It is going to take, like I said, 20 to 25 miles of very different driving. You have to make sure you do lots of different RPM ranges, lots of different throttle positions over all different RPM ranges. That way that map can fill with all the proper data.
Yeah, she's 1250, 1250.
Yeah, you went right back down where it should be. That's awesome.
Right down, yeah. I can't wait. Thanks, John. Thanks, John.
So,
I'll probably talk to you before this. But
yeah, Len's going to give you a call.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, Len's going to go ahead over the next couple days, get this baby worked in. Like he said, our next video is going to be on the suspension, real detailed view of that. And we just want to say thanks for sticking with us. We're going to have lots more KRX stuff coming. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, especially to all our new subscribers.
Thank you.
Love it. Big thank you to all our long-term subscribers. We've been doing this for over 2 years now. So thanks, guys. We got a lot more cool stuff coming at you.
Get us over 2,000.
Yep.
Get us over 2,000.
We're so close. So thanks, guys, for everything. We enjoy all the comments. Feel free to email me. It's ryan@m3offroad.com. I'll put that down below. A lot of people have been contacting me direct on certain questions on some of our older videos. So please feel free to do that. That's why we're doing this. So once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And we'll see you on the trails, guys.
Here they come.